area, back post, Zaha, great tackle by Camacho.
He's having a laugh
over the crossbar.
That referee is having an absolute laugh.
Panic over, folks. Liverpool win it. A big roar from the Kop. Liverpool 4, Crystal Palace 3. When questions were asked at half-time, this team responded. Liverpool dominated the first half, caught on the counter-attack. Zaha set up Andros Townsend to make it 1-0. Big response in the second half. Mo Salah equalised 75 seconds in. Van Dijk shot deflected. What a finish by Salah. Then Naby Keita set up Bobby Firmino to make it 2-1. Palace made it 2-2. James Tompkins free header from a corner. Then Liverpool kept the nerve. Milner did brilliantly down the right to reach across down the right hand side, hooked it across. Speroni, the keeper, made a mess of it. Mo Salah pokes it home on the line. Sadio Mane then in injury time. Great play by Robertson to make it 4-2. Max Meyer then scores, but Liverpool win. A big win this. Liverpool 4, Crystal Palace 3.
Liverpool 7 points clear at the top of the Premier League again, having edged a 7-goal thriller against Crystal Palace this afternoon. Jason McAteer and Mark Lawrenson are alongside me. We've just seen Jurgen Klopp giving it huge bifters, as he would say, at the Kop, punching the air. Laura, I think he knows what a huge result this could be, given how the afternoon has panned out.
Well, you know, I think the secret to winning the league is the day you have a really off day, concede loads of goals and get away with it. And in the end, that's exactly what they did.
Sides have an element of luck through the season, and you look at the way our season's gone. Mahrez, you know, easily could have scored the penalty. We could have lost the game.
Derby.
Yeah, we've had the Derby result, Everton, where it comes off the bar, Origi scores. We've had penalties where maybe we shouldn't have had penalties, and we've rode our luck today at times. But you know, you've got to go through them situations to win Premier Leagues. Even when Laura won the league, I bet there was moments of I know you dominated, but you look at some games and think, you know, that was a bit of a luck game today we've had. But you know, it's gone for us, but. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get plenty of moments like this through the season before the end of the season.
You get away with it sometimes, and it's not often that we've had to, because we've been that good, but we've got away with it today.
We spoke, Jason, before the match. You were there at the Etihad when they went and beat Manchester City, Crystal Palace, and you felt when that first goal went in, is this a bit of history repeating itself? They hadn't done much. They were manning the barricades defensively, and in that moment, which Wilfried Zaha can very easily do, they were only thought, can Palace sit in and hold on?
And we said in the build-up, you know, Palace are a threat. They've got very good offensive players when they're on the ball in the right areas. And if you look, you know, Roy Hodgson, he's been around a while. You know, he's a wiry character, isn't he? He's been around a while. He knows, you know, where certain areas of weakness are. He can work them out. James Milner today playing at right back. They've identified that as not being as natural positional. James can play it. And William Zaha started the game on that left-hand side, where he usually starts the game centre forward on his own with a 5 behind him.
Do you think they did that purposely then, put Zaha on Milner?
I think so. And Townsend, you know, when he didn't really get too much of a joy, Townsend then went over to that side and gave him a bit of a test, change it up a little bit, and they got their reward, because the goal, you know, one of the goals came from Zaha doing James a great second touch, which got him away from James. The ball got pulled back, and Townsend got the goal. So yeah, it was certainly. It was a tactical decision to do that by Roy.
And I think also, if you look at the first half, we didn't lay a glove on them, I don't think. I can't remember Speroni making a save, and then so you go in at half time and you're 1-0 down and not sure what Klopp says to them. We don't really know.
Do you think they had a bit of a kick up the rear end?
I'm not sure, actually. I don't know. It can be a bit funny like that sometimes, can't it? When you think you're going to get it, you don't, and when you think you're all good and everything's happy clappy, and he gives it to you. So I'm not sure, but I think he was just concentrated the minds, and of course to score the goal so early in the second half, that's just completely, in terms of going forward for a result, that's just the biggest bonus ever. Because then you look at the opposition, they've had the old, we're 1-0 up, we're doing great, sit in, you know, stand on your feet, don't dive in, all that kind of thing. You think we might get away with it, and then bang, we score. And that was the undoing of them in the end, I think.
I think Liverpool, their biggest enemy, and it's funny because you listen to Guardiola, he's always making comments about Liverpool, but Liverpool's biggest enemy is complacency, because they've got the squad to win it, they've got the talent to win it, and the players to go on and win it defensively. You look right through the team, all aspects of their game, and they, you know, if they bring their A game, they're right up there with City. But it's complacency. You see Guardiola in his press conferences, Liverpool are the best team in the world right now, Liverpool are the best, better than us. But you know, it's all mind games in it to get into the players' head that they actually start believing that they are the best, and that's their problem. If they do, they'll get punished.
It was
I
interesting.
think the really good thing is we're now having a spell where we have all sorts of injuries, and we got over the line last week at the Amex. We've got over the line again today. That's massive. It really, that's far better than doing them 5-0 today. Just getting over the line, change the team a little bit. He'll been worried about Milner playing against Zaha, and quite rightly so. But we've got away with it.
Just want to touch on the third goal, because again we spoke about it before the match. Julian Speroni, 39 years of age, and you said to me he might make one mistake, and do you think he's a little bit at fault for that one?
Possibly. He misreads the flight of the ball, doesn't it? Is it the one where it goes over his head?
Yeah, Milner cuts it back across.
That's right. Yeah. It goes over. It's got 7 goals. You got to think, haven't you?
Yeah, he had the miners boots on, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I mean, we spoke about it. 39. I don't think he done really too much wrong.
No.
There wasn't many of them 4 goals you would actually point the finger at. Maybe that one that you're suggesting, where he could have done a little bit better, but he kind of loses the flight of the ball, doesn't he? Turns on it. And,
in many ways, they've probably played better here today, Crystal Palace, than they did at Manchester City. In many different ways. Because obviously they had the wonder goals and everything went for them at Manchester City, but not quite today. They were dangerous today.
A good side, didn't they?
Well, I love the fact that he knows he's not like Ayew plays through the middle, doesn't have many touches, but they know at some stage they'll get the ball to Zaha and he'll do his magic, and something always, there's an end product with it all the time, and it was exactly that way today. So to get your team to have such a mentality, because it's hard for midfield players if you're up and down and you're chasing people all the time and you hardly get a pass, and then you suddenly realise if you can release one of the guys and you score. I thought they were one of the better teams that have been here for a while.
Do you know what I felt like today? A couple of seasons ago where defensively we were a little bit shaky, the balls would be coming in the box, you'd
West
be like,
Brom at home and all that,
hold your breath, and you'd be like, oh no, or team would get the final third and the star man would get on the ball, like Zaha today got on it. We were like, oh no, and then they clear it, wouldn't they, and then it'd come back again. It was a little bit like that today, and you sense the crowd as well. I mean, that plays its part.
Jace, the crowd were quiet today.
Yeah, I mean,
very quiet.
Being in the second half when we scored, they lifted, didn't they? And we got the second off the back of the atmosphere, and the energy that was created, the passing, the tempo was better. They were moving the ball better, decision making was better. They got themselves in front, and then all of a sudden it went flat again. And then there was that nervousness, and we're going to get that. That's another thing they're going to have to deal with. The crowd's nervousness when it goes 0-0 for probably 75 minutes of the game or something. The crowd are edging it, they're dying for the winner, and it's not quite happening. The players have then got to cope with that, because there is that element of panic sets in then, isn't it?
A little bit.
I mean, when everyone's behind the ball, you make wrong decisions, it gets to that 80th minute, it's 0-0, you've got to win the game, you start lumping it in the box, it gets cleared, and all that's going to come. You've got to manage it better, and you've got to manage it right if you want to win the
league. Great thing is now, though, a few days off.
Yeah.
Massive.
10 days, yeah.
Players absolutely love that. A squeaky win doesn't make any difference. They've won, still look at league table, a few days off. Nothing better feeling than that.
And the crowd was certainly singing at the end, and the last couple of people off the pitch here at Anfield with the manager Jurgen Klopp and the captain Jordan Henderson, who's with Peter McDowell.
Well, Jordan, you've walked straight off the pitch into us here, and it feels like a huge, huge Liverpool win, that.
Yeah, it is. Every game's massive, as we know. Important 3 points again. But it was a tough game. Not what we would want in terms of performance. I think we can be much better in controlling, but we'll analyse the game obviously to see what we didn't do as well, but overall got to be delighted again with the result.
It's the resilience though, isn't it? I think that was what we will take from today. In times when you were down, it looked like it was going to be one of those days you found a way to win. Yeah,
that's important. You're not going to play as well as you like every single game, so when you're not flying or you're not playing as well as you can, it's important to find a way to win and keep going right until the end, and we managed to do that.
You had that period just after the break, didn't you? What was said at half-time as to what you were going to need to change to get back into the game?
We want to start quick, second half, which we did. Still be patient with the ball and try to keep them moving. It was a great start for us, but disappointed definitely with the set piece that they scored to get them back level. But again, we showed great character to keep going and find a way, like you said. So it'll feel like a massive win, of course, but still we need to improve.
All the front three get goals on the day. It's another record for Mo Salah, the 50 now in the Premier League, and it was another top performance by him, wasn't it?
Yeah, he causes defenders nightmares all game. And again, he was brilliant today, good goal. So, yeah, still positives to come out of it, but still a lot to improve. Like I keep saying, but it's Premier League, you know, it's tough. You need to grind results out, and that's what we've done today.
Just finally, Jordan, 10-day break now between now and the next game, and it looks as though we might need it as well, just to give the players that extra little bit of time now to get ready for the next chunk of games. Yeah, definitely. Little few knocks and injuries in the squad, so it gives them a chance to try to recover to get fit again, because we're going to need everybody over the next few months. So important, and an important 3 points again for us. Brilliant, well done today.
Thank you.